Hi, my name is Lance Lees. I'm here today with Prosser RV talking about the Dutchmen travel trailers. We've been around since 1986. We are the first RV manufacturer to actually install the ACs in the unit, passing that savings on to the customer. We've carried that identity with us from day one. Our goal is to be the highest value, not the cheapest wobbly box going down the road. So I think you'll see a lot of things in ours that you won't find in other manufacturers. So walk with me here and I'll show you guys a few things.
That's it.
Morning, you guys.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Morning. We're going to cook. Look at that.
You guys got the same shirt?
All right.
Yeah.
So, it's all right. All of our RVs are going to come standard with an LP quick disconnect here. So no matter where you go, you can have your fold-up gas grill, plug it in, and you guys are tailgating or you're at the campsite to make it really easy. Also for your LP gas fireplaces as well. We use Lippert axles, Lippert frame, Lippert tongue. So if there is ever an issue with warranty, Lippert's going to take care of it. You don't have Dexter saying it's Lippert's fault, and Lippert saying it's Dexter's fault. One major thing better about the Lippert axles versus the Dexter is that Lippert saw a huge flaw in the axles themselves. They manually weld the spindle on to the axle, and then they bend that spindle to the right camber after they weld it. Now to me, and clearly to Lippert, they saw that it sacrifices the integrity of the weld. So what Lippert did is they bought millions of dollars worth of CNC robotic welders, and they had the spindle preformed to the right camber, and they go on, and then they go, so 360 robotic welder, and every 10th axle is actually checked with a sonogram like a woman's belly to make sure the integrity of the weld is good. They are easy lube, so you can grease up the hubs. It's going to purge out the back. And there are electric brakes with all grade 8 fittings. Now, we didn't skip on the tires either. We're going to be low D, 6-ply radial tires, and see that little green cap right there? That's nitrogen filled. That's going to be, they're going to keep them running cooler, lasting longer, and way less inclined for blowout. So, safety first. Construction-wise, we are one of the few manufacturers that actually brings our outriggers in our frame the full width of the unit. A lot of people only have them come 3 to 4 inches in to save cost of steel and weight. By bringing it all the way out, you have the weight of the roof, which is 16 inches on center, the weight of the walls, which is 16 inches on center, sitting on the rim joist, which is, and the floor joists are 12 inches on center. But all that weight is going to sit on that rim joist, and what's underneath the rim joist? Nothing.
What's your rim?
You're going to have your floor joist running lengthwise, every 12 inches on center. Most manufacturers are 16. The rim joist is what goes around the whole perimeter of it. So all that weight sitting on that outside 2x2 with nothing underneath it. So with the outriggers, we bring it all the way out, space them 12 inch on center with the outriggers, and then all that weight sits underneath the frame, like a foundation of a house. You wouldn't build your house, outside of the foundation, would you? Right. So that's one thing that we do that makes it, whether you're parking it or you're going to be towing it down the road, it's going to last that much longer and be that much a better product for you. In regards to the roof, it is walkable, and we are one of the few, if not the only, people that use a TPO roof in this particular segment. You're typically going to find a TPO roof on a Class A RV, $100,000 fifth wheel, and they both come with a 12-year warranty, but the main difference is that the TPO is more dense, less elastic, especially at 80 to 90 degree temperatures. So let's say you're going down the road and you come around a corner and happen to brush a tree limb. The likelihood of that rubber roof at 80, 90 degrees gets tacky, snagging and peeling back is very real, and then vacation is over. Do not pass go directly to the dealership. The TPO roof being more dense, less elastic, less tacky, it's more inclined to brush off and you go on your merry way. One other thing, to keep your 12-year warranty on a rubber roof, you must get up there 3 to 4 times a year. You have to condition it and caulk it. That's time and money to all consumers. With TPO, you just have to caulk it once a year. So it's definitely a peace of mind. What's more important than the foundation? The roof. Okay. With that being said, we do back all of the RVs for ladders if you want one. Prosser RV can absolutely fix you up. And appliances as well. We go top notch with everything. We use outlet appliances all the way around. The industry's lightest and most efficient. So here, and on every Dutchman that is available, you will get an Atwood 6-gallon water heater. What's more important, it recovers at 18 gallons per hour. That's 24 gallons of hot water, folks. If you ever decide to go to higher elevations, you can adjust your gas-air ratio. You have a little window here for your pilot light. Quick access to all your fuses if you ever do have issue. And most importantly, no anode rod. Most time,
electronic ignition.
gas, electric, DSI. So you don't have to mess with it. It's going to go automatically go to what's most efficient. Or if you're using a lot of hot water, it's going to do both and kick it into high gear for you. The anode rod, if you're not aware, is a little rod that goes inside the tank so that the rod rusts, that way the tank will not. We got rid of the anode rod, which is time and money to the consumer, and we aluminized the tank. That way there's no anode rod necessary. What's the best thing about aluminum? It never rusts. We do also stage our furnaces, which are at wood as well, lightest and most efficient in the industry. Have easy access from inside and out. And a lot of manufacturers will throw a 20 or a 25 BTU furnace in there, whether it's a 19-footer or a 40-footer. We stage ours appropriately, so it is the right amount of furnace for each coach. So if you want to do some early spring, late fall camping, you can absolutely do so. Now, if you really want to kick it up a notch, we can go to our Polar package. We're one of the few people in the industry doing higher insulated values, because we do use R7 in every crevice on all 6 sides, like most. However, when you get the Polar package, which is $400 to the consumer, we're going to give you a corrugated, heated, enclosed underbelly. And then we're going to use a reflective foil technology like they use on the newer Columbia jackets. You see the commercials for that? It's like that, but on steroids. And it takes the R26 of the roof, R26 of the floor. No one in this segment can offer you that. Actually,
that's what the Arctic package, right?
Yeah, the Polar package was $400 consumer, R26 in the roof and floor.
A furnace being in the back of the unit, or is it just because of the
the first placement is different on this particular unit. You do have access from the inside; it is in the back. We usually try to keep it back here or on this side. Another Dutchmen exclusive, and we do this on all of our trailers. Most RVs that are stick and tin, you're gonna have a big hole in the side of it where you just shove your cable in there. It's worked for many years. However, it's always exposed your RV to the heat, the cold, insects, mice, etc. By having the marina grade connection, it seals it off from the outside world, and you have a little blue light that comes on whenever you do have a good connection. And this 25-foot cable comes with it and is removable. You hear a lot of times people getting their cords cut for copper. No longer a problem. Throw it in the RV, take it with you. Nice and convenient. If you do decide to camp remotely and you want to run on a generator, you don't have to run the power through 25-foot of cable that's wound up inside your RV. You just go from a 30 amp to a 3-prong converter, have the generator sitting right here. You're gonna have less drag in the lines, more efficient. All of our slide outs are gonna come with the TPO roof from the top as well at a 15-degree angle so the water falls away. We're gonna give you not 1, but 2 flaps here. In the event the rain gets past it, it goes to a gutter rail system where it'll fall down and kick it out. All bulb gas, so when it is enclosed and going down the road, you're gonna get a nice tight seal. And you notice the 80% dark tinted windows. They are safety glass as well, and all of our windows open up. A lot of people have the windows be fixed to save costs, but what happens when it is a nice day and you want to have a cross breeze? With the Dutchmans, you are able to do so. Exterior spray port is an option. We give you a coiled up hose and a sprayer. You simply plug it in, spray down the cooler, spray down the 4-wheelers, whatever the day brings. And standard on all of our coaches is black tank flush. So whenever you go to drain your black tank and all of the crud inside of it, simply hook a hose up to this. There's little sprayers in the top like fuel injectors, and it will spray everything in there just out. So you do have the peace of mind, and when you're storing it, you are storing it clean. Okay, let's take a look inside.
Start over with that again.
Oh, sure. So we've got 52, 42, 42 tanks. So it's 52 fresh, 42 gray, 42 black. So obviously you know what the black tank is, right? Okay. So everything in the black tank, when you drain it, is still going to be remnants of what was in there before. You simply hook the water hose up to this,
okay,
and it forces water into sprayers in the top of the black tank, and it rinses and sprays everything out.
Okay. Now the outlet here in the top, that's for
a
fresh water if you want to use it like a shower.
Especially if you're like going to be camping remotely,
okay,
you can hook a hose up to it, and the water pump will actually pull the water from the fresh water tank,
okay,
and spray it out.
Okay, so cold water only.
Yes, cold water only, which
that's fine.
yeah.
Camping.
Yeah.